You are sitting on the couch. It is deep into the night outside, but inside your head, a grand drama of your own greatness is unfolding. You are a brilliant director, a successful investor, a leader followed by millions. You feel this triumph with every single cell of your body. But there is one problem. Tomorrow you will wake up, and your life won't change even a bit. Why is it that the more grandiose your plans are, the harder it is to just get up and start? Welcome to the trap of substitute reward. Your brain has robbed you. The psychophysiology of fantasies is treacherous. For our subconscious, an imagined triumph is almost indistinguishable from a real one. You have already received your dopamine for something you have never actually done. Meet Paul. Paul has a great idea for a startup. Instead of writing the very first line of code, Paul begins to imagine the interviews. He feels pride, a rush of energy, and recognition. At this exact moment, Paul's hypothalamus releases a massive dose of pleasure neurotransmitters. The dream has come true in his mind. The biological reward is claimed. And when Paul finally returns to reality, where he needs to perform a boring, routine action, his brain is genuinely puzzled. Why put in the effort? We are already at the top. A sharp drop in motivation follows. Paul feels empty. The routine feels too gray compared to the vivid movie playing in his head. This is how the Deferred Life Syndrome is born. Real life grinds to a halt. The gap between the ideal self and the real self becomes painful. The higher the bar is set in your fantasies, the scarier it gets to take the first, inevitably clumsy step in reality. Perfectionism paralyzes the will. The brain chooses the safest path to keep dreaming on the couch. This isn't just laziness. It is a psychological defense mechanism. Grandiose fantasies often hide a deep fear of being insignificant. Paul is afraid to find out that his actual potential is just ordinary. In his fantasies, Paul is flawless. In reality, you have to make mistakes, endure criticism, and waste time. The psyche protects Paul from the pain of a potential failure. Dreams become a mental shelter. Inside that cocoon, there is always a mythical tomorrow. Tomorrow I will change the world, but today I'm just too tired. Years go by. The illusion of greatness keeps him warm, but real life remains empty. Those who didn't dream of stadiums just built their own small houses, and they finished them. Meanwhile, Paul is still waiting for the perfect moment for a grand start. This is the control trap. Controlling a fantasy is easy. Controlling reality is painful. Every unachieved goal in real life chips away at self-esteem. And to numb this pain, Paul starts fantasizing again, and the cycle repeats. How can Paul break this loop? Step 1. Kill the genius inside you. Right now, give yourself permission to do something terribly. The worst startup in the world, the worst piece of writing. Lower the bar to the absolute minimum. Your goal is not to win, but simply to start taking physical action. Stop savoring the finale. If you catch yourself thinking about fame, forcefully cut off the visualization. The brain must get dopamine from the process, not from the finish line. Praise yourself for 15 minutes of ugly, hard work. It is better to be a nobody in reality and move forward by a single millimeter than to be the king of the universe within the confines of your own skull, without ever leaving the couch. Reality is more boring than your dreams, but it is real. Stop putting life on hold. Get off the couch. End of the movie. Time to work.